Skylarking is based on a true story. 2 years ago, I was camping at Jervis Bay, New South Wales, with my family and friends. Between our tent and the toilet block, there were some big old trees and a grave. The grave was Harriet Parker's, and she had grown up in the area in the 1880s and had died when she was only 19. When we were visiting the ruins of the Cape St George Lighthouse nearby, I learnt that Harriet had been best friends with a girl called Kate Gibson. And Harriet and Kate were the daughters of the assistant lighthouse keeper and the lighthouse keeper respectively, so they'd grown up together and they were really close. Back then, I had no intention of writing a novel, but there was something about the idea of these two girls growing up in this really remote place together, something about Harriet's untimely death that really stuck with me. At the time, I was camping with my best friend, someone who'd been my best friend since almost the first day of year 7 and whom I'd shared so much of my life with. And it made me think about our friendship and what it might have been like if I had have lost her. I did some research and I found the record of the inquest into Harriet's death. And it was there that I found certain details that were irresistible to me as a writer, including the fact that Harriet had died in the hut of a local fisherman, Donald MacPhail, and after that I was hooked. Later, Kate's voice emerged to me and it stayed, and I began to reimagine the events that led up to Harriet's death, how that happened and why, and what MacPhail's involvement might have been, particularly that idea of the girls growing up in this really close-knit and isolated community. When I was researching the novel, I spent some time in various lighthouses around Victoria, Cape Otway and Cape Schanck and Point Hicks in particular, where I've spent a bit of time. And I was trying to get a sense of place and to understand, really imagine what it might have been like to live in such a place at that time. Skylarking is a work of fiction. I've pieced it together from history and fact, but mostly it's a work of my own imagination. Having said that, it does feel terribly true to me, and I can't imagine what it might feel like if someone were to tell me that it happened any other way than the way I've written it in the book.